You were just like, you were here before I was even ready to go. Mister, I see you. Hey. I got one more of these. I don't really want to do that one. I'm using Randall. Let's go with Kestra. What the hell, why not? Not yet. What are you blabbering, woman? You have a problem with me? Not at all, big man. Not at all. I'm merely using this opportunity to observe, so to speak. As it happens, you continue to be the most fascinating subject. Is that so? How delightful. Listen, I don't know what you're trying to achieve here, and I don't care. But let's get one thing straight. Yeah, you said Armon. You best keep your damn paws off me. I don't go for hot women with swords, who are probably like 50, but maybe not. Find another fool to latch onto if you're so intent. Easier said than done. I'd be hard-pressed to find one as big as you. Ho ho! You little... That being said, you still owe me. Don't think I've forgotten about our encounter at the Keranos River. Well, you what? A rematch. When we first crossed blades, you were merely a boy, and as such you lost. But it's been 5 minutes since then, and now you're a man for some reason. But I know there's more potential within you, and I very much intend to see it realized. Lost, you can thank whatever god you pray to that I didn't snap your neck that day. I think it's whatever the name of that ice book is. That's who you can pray to. Who knows? Perhaps I should do so now. You seem eager to meet your maker. I'm sorry, but she still has freaking armor slaying capabilities, and you're still an armored unit. You'll lose regardless, unless you can somehow brave axe her with no hit. Which, by the way, I need to give him the accuracy ring so that his hit rate with axes is fixed. I realized that last week. I should have been doing that a while ago. It would give him 20 hit, and it would fix most of his problems. Careful now, such ferociousness might cost you more than just your head one day. I mean, he would need to have that Steel Knight ability that negates effective damage to be able to beat her. Toss me that weapon here. What? Come on, don't be so hesitant. Now, do as I ask. Let me get a look at that axe. It'll make you shut up for once. Oh well, let's see. A fine weapon indeed, well befitting a warrior of your stature. The ideal tool for a man trained in the way of the Anderonian Knight. It allows you to crush your enemy's armor with ease, but it's slow. Now what happens if you come across a, shall we say, more nimble opponent? You shall flail it around as much as you want, but you'll only exhaust yourself. I'm hoping she teaches him how to use swords, but I don't know about that. That would fix a lot of his problems. So what, one good strike is all I need to send them to the great beyond. If you're not careful, you might be the one sent on that journey instead. We wouldn't want that now, would we? Here, you can have it back. Are you done now? I have much better things to do than be lectured at all today. Well, I'm sure you do. Listen, you better take what I said to heart. Strength, endurance, those are admirable qualities. And you embody them oh so perfectly. Alright, good to know. Don't neglect your agility. Sacrifice that and you'll soon become dust. I learned as much during my time in Kadib's fighting pits, a perfect place for our time. Perhaps you could benefit from paying it a visit as well once this rebellion's over. I can accompany it. Beggars, cutthroats, and street urchins fighting over scraps. What would they teach me? More than you think, less than you like. Yeah, whatever you say. Do us both a favor here. Keep in mind what I said. Don't fix it on one type of weapon because Daddy Dearest may have taught you so. A sword would fit a man like you much more. Sword! Sword! Thank you. He might get swords. Which would, once again, swords would be great. He'd have all three weapon triangle. You better start wielding one soon. It'll be the best choice you can make. That is, if you want to have a chance against me. Our rematch, it'll take place soon. If it ever does, I'll be sure to make you regret those words. In your dreams, maybe. You know what to do. Don't disappoint me, you hear? That woman. I'll show you just how nimble I can be. Their bond improved. Gesper gained +2. Randall gained 1 move? And he can use swords. Holy shit. And he has Celestial, so he's got 3 move. He's got like 9 move or something. That was like such a good fucking support for him. Like, Jesus Christ. He also got a flame sword. What? Why does he have the flame sword? I guess I gave it to him as a joke. He has an A in swords to start? That's busted. What the fuck? He just naturally has an A in swords now? Wow. Yep. Lances are his worst. That's the best C support ever. Jesus Christ. Assuming it's not glitched. Can he? Oh, yeah, you're right. Technically, he can use Hellblazer. I think if he was a Steel Knight, he'd be able to use Fall Blaze or whatever it's called. Not Fall Blaze. Like, he could theoretically use, like, all of the Steel Knights should theoretically, like, all 3 kids should technically be able to use the Hellblazer. But I think because they all died before we got access to the Hellblazer, it was never anything that mattered, right? That's pretty sick. I mean, his magic stat is trash, so it's not worth it, but, you know. I could fix that if I really wanted to. And then she got 2 to every stat. I may use her out. I could speak to Galahad. Or something, but... Ragnar! Oh yeah, he's way better. Rosalina, Alanora, Madeline, we got that one. Aubrey, already got it. Nathaniel, I could give him an Astrid, but yeah. Yeah, Bert. I was gonna say Bert. It's Bert. It has to be Bert. Bert is trash. I'm sorry, Bert. But you're trash, Bert. With his A support with Penny for some reason. Fuck it. I'm gonna just do Yvonne and Callum P. Story for another time! You! Fine, I have to do some garbage throwaway support now. Motherfucker. Yeah, we'll optimize it for Matt. I mean, I can't go to C because I must have missed it. I guess we'll waste one. We were already starting. Let's get them to B or whatever. Esther. Good evening, Nathaniel. I've been meaning to ask you about all the research you've been doing. Well, it's only right you know what conclusions I have about you. Actually, that's not it. It's about what you were looking for at the shrine. You were pretty fixated on it, rigorously taking notes, too. Are you certain you wish to know? Do you trust me enough to tell me about it? I mean, when she's an adult and you fight her in the arena, she looks different. Like, she looks kind of like mystically weird, so I'm assuming she found something there. You trust me enough to tell me about it? I do. I wish to use its power, the power of the Lightbringers, to exterminate my clan. Why do you wish to do that? My clan is feared throughout all of Hornheim because it's a coven. However, it is only the half-truth. There are much more than witches. When I was born, my body was marked with a deplorable hex. My body is a vessel for a demon to take host. That is my purpose. Lanscotty exists so demons can inhabit this realm once more. Some demons can conjure their own bodies, but most must overtake an existing one. My mother is but a single demon among thousands currently alive in my land. Yeah, but you know, we had no choice, right? Because idiots. I was saved from such a cruel fate by my father, who gave his life to save mine. I understand now. You had such a cruel life, Astrid. The hex remains inside me, and I am still cursed. Thanks to Anderon's light magic, I am able to keep its influence on me. But that is not enough. I must burn the root of all evil permanently. I will help you. No, you mustn't. You live your own life. I think you forgot a very important detail, Astrid. I love you, apparently. When you push back, you only make humans come closer. You're right. I cannot believe I forgot such a crucial detail. I may be cursed, and cursed to bring misfortune to others. But I learned from you that a determined spirit can fight against their own fate, and they don't have to do it alone either. Thank you, Nathaniel. I suppose but I learned something new today. May us, wielders of darkness, bring a brighter future for this realm. Cheers to that, Astrid. Oh! Home fair? Yeah, I think it's home fair. Yep, 5 damage when equipping its home. He's, like, low-key ridiculous. And so is she. Like, these people, they are people to consider. In future runs, just because of how ridiculous they are. Glad to see you're still in one piece, Gideon. I was worried for a second that you might have perished. We need to continue our torrid love affair. It looks like roses are made of sturdier stuff than you might think. That being said, I hope I haven't sullied the honor of the Rose Knights with my actions. The honor of the Rose Knights? You speak with your father's mouth. When you agree, what good is a knight if he isn't guided by honor? Tell me, are you familiar with the story of Yvain? I only know that they called him the Lion Knight. Father always used to speak of him. Yes, I'm sure he did. He was not the kind of knight Samuel would ever glorify. His story is one fraught with tragedy. He had a sister, you know, a maiden who held aspirations far beyond her station. She married the heir to one of the most powerful noble houses in the country. For months she whispered into his ear, planting dreams, delusion of grandeur. Finally, the day of reckoning had arrived. The young lad marched on the crown. Sworn to defend his king, Yvain rode out to meet the traitor on the battlefield. For 3 long days they clashed until the Lion Knight emerged victorious. Of course, the seeds of insurrection were still scattered over the nation. When Yvain managed to get a hold of his sister, what do you think he did? I don't. He slew her with his own blade. It pained him greatly, but that was his duty. Is this the thing where, like, in Chapter 31 of Anderon Saga, they reference, like, a hidden person that wasn't in the annals of their history or something? I remember there was some reference to that, where, like, there was a woman from one of the houses where her existence was kind of removed from all lore because she was seen as insane, and the brother won and he kind of wiped her out. Or something. Pained him greatly, but that was his duty. It's a terrible story. Terrible, yes. Also fascinating. Now tell me, Gideon, was Yvain right to do as he did? Were his actions honorable? No, if anything, he should have tried to resolve the matter peacefully. Maybe there was still a chance to get his sister back to his side. He was a traitor. He would have brought shame upon his house. In the end, the devotion to his king and his oath was most important. Only by upholding it was he able to become a knight of legend. You say so. Honor is a fleeting thing, Gideon. By itself, it won't do you any good. It's a vow that keeps a man on the right path, that emboldens him. To me, that has always been the essence of knighthood. You make it difficult to argue with that. You sure have a way with words. Take the compliment wherever it's due. Take your time pondering what I've said. Perhaps it will lead you somewhere. Until then, may the divines be on your side. On yours too, Galahad. On yours too. So here's the thing, right? He also might be, like, hinting us that we're gonna have a choice later that we're gonna have to make. About either killing somebody or allowing them to join us. Or, like, trying to forgive them, and it may punish me if I do it. Like, what, am I gonna have to make a choice with Armand or something? Because, like, if it was Alexander, I'd just kill the bastard. Though I can't, because he survives, but, you know, whatever. But we're going for Armand, because that's what was recommended. You alright, Robert? You don't look so well. Gideon, don't worry about me, it's just something in the air. Guess I'm not used to it around these corners of the country. With all due respect, Robert, you're a lousy liar. What's really bothering you? I guess there's no use in keeping it to myself now. I'm worried about Mortimer. With Lady Maria gone, I fear for the boy's well-being. He will need time to process what happened, but I'm sure his wounds will heal eventually. They don't. They don't. You should have done something right now. But you didn't. None of you did anything. And now Anderon Saga is going to happen because you guys were all a bunch of bums. But you know, it is what it is. I just hope he won't continue to seclude himself any further. Like, if you consider the deal with Mortimer is really sad because, like, even the amount of interaction between Baudimon and him is enough for him to kind of really regret having to kill Baudimon, right? So, like, can you imagine if anyone else even showed him, like, that level of devotion or appreciation? Because, like, Baudimon and him weren't that close. I mean, they were, like, somewhat okay, but it's not like they were together all the time. But, like, you know, Baudimon was just kind of like, yo, are you okay? And let's do whatever. And then it like, killed him to kill him. So it's like, you know, kind of feel like if there was a little bit of effort by anyone else, like, I feel bad because I feel like, from my perspective, if Randall and Mortimer together had grieved over the loss of their mother, neither of them would have ended up where they ended up. Because, like, you know, it really feels like, you know, Mortimer kind of was like, fuck everyone else. They all suck. I'm a Lightbringer. I gotta do my Lightbringer thingy, you know. And then Randall was kind of like, I love my mom, but she was a traitor, but I'm struggling over whether I just follow my dad's path, or if my mother cares enough about me, maybe I'll become someone better. But, like, his mother never cared about him because all she saw was the father, but Randall also could never admit how he felt about his mother, so it gave him no option other than to embrace hate and become his father. But he also couldn't talk to Mortimer about their shared pain, so they never got close, which led to Mortimer killing him, and leading to Randall not caring about any of his brothers. So, essentially, like, you know, it's everybody's fault, essentially. Like, you could argue the parents were terrible. Regardless of how much his mother only cared about Mortimer, she was still terrible, as a mother, because she didn't see the others as children at all, and she could have prevented a lot of this crap if she'd actually cared. But she didn't care enough. So the lesson here is the best flame guard that exists is Helios, and it's not close. This is the lesson we should take from this. Helios should be the leader of Flame Guard with his max stats, and that's the bottom line right there. You know, everybody else sucks. There will be a time when he will need to fulfill his legacy. Oh, he will. I've no doubt he'll come around. Sooner or later, he'll understand what it means to be a Steelborn. I mean, he will. Pray to the divines, you're right. You don't sound very sure. I won't lie, Gideon. I always held Lady Maria in high regard. As for Thorgrim, I will follow him, even at the cost of my own life. However, I can't deny that I had some doubts over the years. The two of them haven't exactly been what I call model parents. You're not exactly the best either. You raised, like, two dumb idiots. But it's fine, whatever. Anyone may have his flaws, but he's still matured into a good man. Randall, on the other hand, well, he's a different story altogether. I'm very interested in what happens in the definitive edition when you take the shield, because Robert theoretically instead of Dawn or what's his face, you get him. So, like, oh yeah, for sure. So, like, I want to know how the story plays out with Robert if you take that, because, like, you don't kill him then, because he lives, you know? So it's like, how, do the chapters change? Or is it just, like, you fight him and then he doesn't die? I heard they were entertaining the idea that, going to Drakengard and going to Styxia would be a route split. but I don't think they should do that. It'd be interesting, though. I guess in the timeline it lines up. Randall, on the other hand, he's a different story together. Yeah, that's true. Are you worried about him too? I've been ever since he was little. That boy once had great potential, but he's turned into a prideful brute. All thanks to Thorgrim's iron fist. When he was still very young, I'd often hear him cry in his chambers. It wasn't my place to question my brother's methods, so I never did. Now I only wish I could have been there for him more often. God damn it. Like, you guys could have stepped in and stopped any of this shit from happening and made him into, like, a semi-bounty mon. Don't put the blame for him on yourself. You've managed to raise 2 stout boys. For what you've been telling me, your daughter must love you deeply, too. If only my brother had shown that same care. What if the same thing happens to Mortimer? You may be a soldier, but that doesn't mean you have to blindly follow orders. If you feel as though he might be wrong, don't hesitate to bring it up to him. You make it sound so easy. It never is, but sometimes it might be the only right choice. Huh! Is that also a clue of something I'm gonna have to do? Am I gonna have to tell Sam to fuck off? I'm afraid our opinions differ in that regard. Excuse me, I have to go now. Man, the Steelborn are so immovable. It really hurts. You know? Such a... Oh, I just can't freaking talk to random Ash over there. What's up, Bert? What's up, Bertster? What are you doing there, Bert? Bert do nothing. Bert only standing around. Is that the book you're holding? Book? You mean this? Quite the thick ledger. Where'd you find that? Bert. Bert found book while wandering the country. Would you mind letting me take a look? Don't worry, I'm not going to steal it from you. No, Bert, no mind at all. Certainly is heavy. Let's see. A history of the lesser houses of Amberon. This must be worth a fortune. Yeah, Bert's treasure, not giving it away. Like looking at pages. Don't tell me you're able to read this now? No, Bert only knows how to spell own name, but Bert liked looking at nice pictures. There are definitely some colorful illustrations. No doubt about it. Yeah... I mean, he's like the sketchiest dude. Well, think about it this way. He could steal anything, right? So maybe he just stole it. But he also could be like a cracked, crazy man. There's House Claymore, House Magnolia, House Emberfall. At any rate, I'm sure there's a lot we can learn from these records. Who knows, perhaps you'd like for one of us to read it to you. When we have time, that is. Bert appreciate the offer, but not necessary. Bert only want to swing axe and look at pretty pictures. Of course, whatever makes you happy. Here you go, you can have it back. Bert, thank you, my lord. Bert liked being part of Army. Glad to hear that. Just don't get too used to being out in the field. That cannon will get you killed a lot quicker than you'd like to believe. Bert, fear no man. Bert strong. You're a strong man indeed. I didn't mean to deny that. If you have nothing else to say, I'll get going. Enjoy your stay in this castle. It's not common for people like you to be able to visit a place like this one. And of course, take care of that book. I will. Huh? Yeah, that's sketchy. That's sketchy as fuck right there. What the fuck, Bert? Who the fuck are you? Oh, I think so too. I think Bert actually can do all of these things, and he's probably like a secret noble that nobody knows about. He's got ass growths though, come on man. Like, watch if you get an A with him, he just becomes like, he tries. Bert's hair, he's a flame guard, it looks like. Maybe. He's also fire affinity, if you think about it. And all the flame guards are fire affinity. Would not surprise me. Maybe he's like an illegitimate son. It's also very ironic because they say like he'd never be able to be in this place, but if he's flame guard, it means he was born here. Alan, I'm sorry if I'm interrupting. I wanted to ask you something. Now's not a good time. My bad. I can see you're busy. I'll just come back later. Fascinating. Very fascinating. Can I help you, miss? Your soul is ablaze with fire. Most unusual for a human. For a human? Your speeches are like wax candles, short-lived and ever-flickering, for your species. A slight breeze can put you out, however, you are quite different. Tell me your name at once. High Priestess, this is Lord Gideon of House Rose. He is our commander. You take orders from this man? For the time being. Most interesting indeed. So what's with the mask? The holy artifact from the Church of Pyrian. It strengthens my powers outside command. Normally I stand upon the lava itself to channel my full power, but not with this relic. High Priestess, should you really be revealing that? But alright, Nelatheris. Nelatheris? This man will not harm us. What the hell is that name? Are you a dragon? Nelatheris? I'm not native to Anderon, Lord Gideon. I hail from the dragon nation of Timate, half-dragon. Yep, she's part dragon, wow. Nelatheris is my draconic birth name. That's very interesting. So Robert married Atheris? He spent many years abroad in Timate, attempting to create a diplomatic bond. That is true, actually. But what does that mean, exactly? It doesn't mean that much. There's no regalia for that. At least not right now. We met on one of his trips, and after a few months, we were married in Anderon. So you changed your name to Ellen to not arouse suspicion? My heritage is not a closely guarded secret. Some people are aware, like Lord Thorgrim. Adopting the human name Ellen was actually his idea. He said it would be safer for us. Though some of the Anderon nobility will still give me a snide look whenever I'm at court. In that case, I promise I won't go around talking about it to others. It's clear you want it to be private. I appreciate that. Gideon, you have quite the turbulent future ahead. Are you a seer? A seer, that's cute. Did I say something amusing? Amusing indeed, Gideon. I should like to accompany you on your journey. High Priestess, is it wise for you to get involved in this conflict? Command's neutrality is the only reason you're allowed here. If you said anything about getting involved, I merely wish to travel alongside you. We both know how that ends, but I suppose it's not my place to question the Church. So what do you say? I'm sorry, but I worry this might cause problems for us. Involving Timate in the civil war can cause diplomatic issues. Very well, in that case, I want you to have this. Oh, I wonder if there's like a way to get her to join you otherwise. Use it well, Lord Gideon. Fiery blood! Oh, that sucks. I didn't know that. Shit. I mean, I could restart it to get her. Is it worth it? Is the plan coming along? I mean, let's do all the talks first, and then we can think about resetting. I've made the necessary arrangements, however, there have been complications. Lord Alvaro has fortified the dungeons. They're now crawling with guardsmen. Bloody bastard. Will you be able to find a way around? Give it enough time, I should. Good, try to be quick about it. We have to act and soon. What is it, Father John? I understand your concern, Lord Helios. Truly I do. But are you really certain? Imagine what would happen if they saw you. I've heard and seen enough. I know what I'm getting into. Still, you mustn't sacrifice your honor as a flame guard, even if it's for the sake of all those poor souls. My honor as a flame guard. What a sick joke. You don't understand. I've been silent for far too long. I can't sit idly by anymore. I know it's not enough to right our wrongs, but still, it doesn't matter to me. I won't let Alvaro lay a finger on any more innocent people. That creep has ruined too many lives as is. I must do this. Alright, if you're resolved to walk this path, I won't object. The divines may yet show us mercy, sinners that we are. More than we deserve. Someone's coming. There you are, Helios. I've been looking for you. Something amiss? No, I just wanted to check up on you. You never told me about what happened between you and Alvaro. Figured best to keep it to myself. Better not to dwell on these things. You met Father John? He's a priest serving House Flameguard. Can't say I have. It's an honor to meet you, Father. The honor is all mine, Lord Gideon. I've heard many a tale of your house's bravery. You've set an example all should strive to follow. It's truly commendable. I appreciate the kind words, but I fear you flatter us a bit too much. We too are not without our faults. I think so, yeah. Every house has its blemishes, it's just as you say. However, some have a darker record than others. Sometimes there are shadows lurking in places you least expect them. Keep that in mind as you journey forward. If you would excuse me now, my lords, I have other business to attend to. May the divine smile upon you. He seemed rather pensive. Are you sure he's alright? Pay him no mind. It's all cause of the rebellion. Guard has suffered heavy losses as of late. He's been tending to the dying, listening to whatever wishes or regrets they've left. I doubt such things would leave even the most pious of us unaffected for long. What about you? Has it gotten to you as well? I'm fine, much as I can be, all things considered. Really, to me, you've appeared unusually gloomy ever since we arrived here. I understand your situation is tense right now, but you almost don't seem yourself. Whatever's weighing on your mind, don't be afraid to tell me. You know I'll listen. Thanks, Gideon. We'll talk later. I must be off now. Wait, let me... No, Helios, no! Why won't you trust me, old friend? Huh? Aw, look at him. Come on, Morty. Please don't fall behind now. I want to show you something. I know they're so small. Brianna, I'm sorry I can't. Please just leave me alone. Morty. Hello, Mark. How you doing? Wow, 10 magic? And she has Ignis as well. He's already stronger than most people. Gideon, can you perhaps spare a moment of your time? Lady Ada, of course, what can I do for you? It's about my sister. What did she say before she died? Well, I'm sorry, Ada, I'm afraid I don't know how to put this. Your sister, It's quite alright, you don't have to force yourself to tell me. Oh, that's cool. In the end, some truths might be better left concealed. Oh yeah, she knows. Ada, I suppose this truly was the only way for her story to end, wasn't it? I wish it could have concluded differently, but Aloria, she just wouldn't listen. Of course she wouldn't. She was always a stubborn girl. Don't worry, Lord Gideon. I won't blame you for it happened. It isn't your fault. Truth be told, I'm glad Uncle isn't able to get his hands on her any longer. Yeah, she's just talking as if she knows that she got away. Okay, well that's good. I shudder to think what he might have done to her. But still, I just wish I could have talked to her one last time as a sister. Well, if you go north, you might... Just what are you two talking about over here? Mother. What are you doing, Gideon? Trying to pry into our house's private affairs? Nothing could be further from the truth, Lady Moriana. I just wanted to offer your daughter my condolences for her loss. Well, isn't that lovely? However, we have no need for your flowery words. So if you'd be so kind as to excuse yourself? Of course, forgive me for having inconvenienced you. Was it truly wise, Mother, sending Lord Gideon away like that? I couldn't care less about what he thinks of us. If we were talking about his father, this would certainly be a different matter. But let him talk and sulk all day long for all the damnations I gave. Now, take that look on your face. Now, that look on your face tells me you have something to say. Go on, speak. Do you truly believe that what we did was justified? What are you talking about? Hunting down and killing Aloria, of course. So, she got away, but they followed her and killed her anyway. Apparently. Yikes. We call ourselves heirs to House Windlight's legacy, yet we willingly murder our own. We didn't even so much as flinch in doing so. Calm yourself, you were not the one to do the deed, and neither was I. And if we had been, what if we had been the ones to wield the executioner's sword? So who the hell did it? Listen to me. That girl was a traitor. As much as it pains me to admit it, that's what she was. She knew the consequences of siding with the Lightbringers, yet she did it anyway. But is that an excuse for burning, for torturing her to death? What if the same thing happened to Alanora, to Alicia, to Anilla? Would you stand by and watch them as well? Or do you believe those things only because you're afraid of Uncle? Enough. I won't stand to hear any slander against my brother, not even from you. You don't know the lengths he had to go to in order to make our house prosper. His rigorousness has cost me a sister, and me a daughter. Listen, Ada, I I know what you're going through, but I promise you it will pass. We'll be there for each other, alright? Yes, Mother. Fucking hell, this whole house is full of crazy people. Get the hell out of here. Well, what do we have left to do in terms of conversations? I guess we can do these two, and then we'll reset. Oh, wait, there's a hidden one over here. Hey, Mortimer, what's up? Morty, Mother told me what happened to Aunt Maria. Please don't be sad, Morty. I'm really glad you're okay. Okay, so I guess she's the other one who actually gives a shit. Why don't we try doing something for fun instead, like spellcrafting? Father John can teach us some new spells. How does that sound? Man, she seems like the only nice kid of all of them. It's such a bummer. But, you know, maybe she's, like, focused on him, and she's nice to him, but she hates everyone else. Ray, I'm not. I can't. Morty. Mortimer, there you are. I was looking for you. How are you feeling? How do you think he's feeling? God damn it. What do you want? Stay away from my cousin. I understand you're both suffering. Maybe I can offer some wisdom? Morty doesn't want to talk to you. Can't you see how you've hurt him? I know you two are furious. I'm angry too, Brianna. But I'm not the one who killed Maria. His name was, what was it? I don't need your apologies. My mom is dead and it's all your fault. Mortimer, please. I know it's not easy, but let me explain. No, go away. Leave me alone. Stop picking on me. Mortimer. I've hurt everyone enough. We don't want you here. If I could have saved Lady Maria, then by the 9 divines I would have. You people are horrible. You're why my aunt left years ago. And now, she came back just to die to you horrible people. Listen to me, please. Lady Maria was attacked by Aurelian? Wow, he's getting close. Can't even come up with an excuse. I hate you, scum. You're horrible, all of you are. Only Mortimer is kind here. Mortimer, I'm sorry. But it's strange. Why can't I remember who killed Lady Maria? Yeah, maybe the memory prisms are the only things... Yeah, memory prisms are the things that keep people memories going or something. How are you feeling, Madeline? I'm sorry we had to face your former comrades once again. Can't imagine it's been any easier on you. It never is. There's just something that doesn't make any sense. Why would Aloria forsake her house for the royals? What do you mean? Lady Aloria had no ties to the Lightbringers. Why would she? They must have had blackmail on her, but even then, still not explain why the others defected with her. Maybe they used some magic they've been keeping hidden? Now, what reason could they have to use it on me? Doesn't make any sense. There must be something amiss. It makes my head hurt. I feel the same. It's as if I've forgotten something. Something important, but I can't put my finger on it. You are my good friend. Why did you have to join them? Were our bonds meaningless to you? Did you not care about us? Why couldn't you at least tell us the reason? We still have your back, Madeline. We may not be old friends, but you can rely on us. I just hope I can make sense of this. Lord Wester must be livid. Her betrayal does not look good for Winlace's reputation. Perhaps it's best that Aloria won't see him again. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of Wester's ire. Gideon, do you have a moment? Something wrong, Jacob? I've never seen that expression. You remember Sean, don't you? Green-haired fellow, bit of a snarky attitude. Of course, hard to forget the heir to Lord Wester. What about him? Rumor has it Bowdymon and his unit are still trapped behind enemy lines. I was wondering if you by chance heard some favorable news. Unfortunately, I don't know any more than you do. As far as I can tell, they're still cut off from our army. Damn it. I guess that we can only mean one thing, huh? I wouldn't be quick to jump to any conclusions if I were you. Bowdymon is a capable fighter, not to mention a brave man. No doubt he'll find a way out of this murky situation. You say so, Jacob. No, I should have no reason to be downcast. If anything, I should be jumping with joy. Why do you say that? Lord Wester came to me a couple of minutes ago. Once the fighting is done, I'm to be Sean's next retainer. I'm happy to hear that. Wish I was happy too. Instead, I feel as if someone kicked me in the stomach. If it helps you, try to envision all the good things that might yet happen. If Sean were to be by your side again, what would you want to do? I haven't thought about that yet. I suppose I'd like to travel the country with him for a while. Maybe we could leave behind Castle Malachor for a change. I'm fed up with all that stuffy noble etiquette anyway. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Just Be sure not to let Lord Wester hear of it. Can't imagine he would be fond of such a plan. How fortunate then that even he doesn't know everything. Excellently fought out there, Lord Gideon. You have a warrior's spirit, let me tell you. Thanks, Olga. I'm delighted to hear that. You held up valiantly as well, though. Any Rose Knight worth the title would have been proud to watch you. More like envious, I mean. I doubt any of them can call these baddies. With all due respect, you don't have to show me your muscles again. Sometimes demonstrating humility is the more appropriate gesture. Confidence is a good thing to have, but arrogance? Now that is just as deadly as any sword swing. You're starting to sound like General Ellen. Perhaps you should consider that a sign. Surely she'd appreciate a calmer demeanor from her lieutenant. I don't know, I've always felt I had to fight her as recklessly as I could. Charge straight into the thick of things no matter the risk. Why is that? She saved me from a certain death once. I've been serving her since. I owe my life to General Ellen. Be that as it may, does not mean you have to throw it away for her. Death on the battlefield is not as glorious an affair as the songs make it out to be. Yep, most likely. She also has the build of all of them, so I doubt she'd want you to die senselessly. You may be right still. When my neck is on the line, I always feel more alive. It's almost like some sort of primal beast-like feeling. I'm sure everyone who has felt the thrill of combat is familiar with that sensation. Don't tell me you're like that as well. Let's just say I may have committed one or two foolish deeds in the past. Like you, I was fortunate enough to have someone who saved me. Never thought you were as level-headed as they come. I wish, Olga, I wish. We all make mistakes, and we all learn from them. Keep that in mind. I'm confident you'll know the right thing to do. Will do. Thank you, Lord. Are you throwing dice again, Rosalina? Yeah, a bit. Something the matter? You sound rather droopy? I was gonna suggest listless, but I suppose that works too. Yeah, sorry, I've been spending too much time thinking about home recently. I reckon I'm just a tad fatigued from all the fighting and stuff. I think we all are. So we're gonna go up against them Spear Garden brothers next time. That's the plan. Most likely it'll be one of the most decisive battles in this war. More like most arduous. Here's a nugget of wisdom. If you tangle with Armand, he'll go a whole lot easier on you. Wouldn't count on that. From what I've heard, he's one of Anderon's strongest warriors. I doubt defeating him will be an easy task. But from what I hear, he's just a dullard fixated on being famous and noble-like. If anything, his brother's where it's at. He's got the brains and all, I reckon. You sound very sure. Of course I am. My grandpa used to be a Spear Garden knight. Wait, what? Hang on a minute. Mighty fine one too, you know. That is, before his bad luck hit. And he got to know those two? Kinda. He'd often tell me stories about him. Like, he liked Armand, despite his flaws, but he had nothing but contempt for Alexander. Anyway, make that of what you will. You're the head honcho. You're calling me. Keep it in mind, Rosalina. Thank you for time. Perhaps your knowledge will help us return home sooner than expected. Sure hope so. Looks like our favorite mama's boy has been left to the dogs. What are you chattering about this time, Aubrey? Why, poor little Mortimer, of course. Now that Mommy Dearest is well and truly gone, I just can't shake off my concern. Imagine the kind of future awaiting him. I guess my stuff's a little bust. Can you guys still hear me? Is it fine? Okay. I think it's just like a weird thing. He will overcome his grief sooner or later. I'm confident his brothers will help him. You mean the drunken fool and the pig-headed oaf? I'd do a better job at consoling him. Perhaps I should. You're awfully dry today, dear Gideon. But don't fall for any illusions. That boy may be all meek and shy for now, but he will mature into a tyrant. His father's going to dig his claws into him soon. He'll tear him apart. And what makes you so sure of that? Oh, believe me, I've seen many of his kind. It's always the same, and so tragic, too. Care to know what my mother did to me when I was a brat? Will it make my day any better? Good point. I must say, my lord, you're a most excellent employer. I've been contemplating offering my services to House Steel. Perhaps I should continue to work for you after the war. After all, a powerful man needs someone to operate in the shadows for him. Thank you for the offer, but I'll pass for now. I thought as much. You stuck-up noble types never change. Your honor gets in the way of reason. Tell me, how do you think House Steel rose to power, or House Lightbringer? Do you believe the Dust Talkers to be some kind of upright organization? Much more so, at least, than the Thieves Guild. That is a matter of perspective, my dear Lord Gideon. In the end, everyone's looking to secure their own benefit. The only difference lies in how willing they are to accept that. I didn't expect to hear anything else from you. Aw, now you're mocking me. How are you feeling, Drago? I'm doing good, boss. Why do you ask? I imagine you haven't been this close to commit in a long time. Maybe you're feeling homesick? Nah, I'm well past that point, believe me. That being said, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about its future. Why is that? Tell me, have you ever had the chance to meet King Batu? Unfortunately, that honor has not been granted to me yet. Bet you'd like him. He's a proud Drake. Shrewd yet kind, some would say. He has a knack for the common people and all, but he's also grown feeble. Give it a couple more years and his bones will turn to ash, I reckon. He's got two sons, Tendaris and Elrodon. They're as different as night and day. I doubt the question of who will ascend the throne will be settled peacefully. Yet another civil war on the horizon. Just what we need after this conflict. If you asked me, I'd put my money on Elrodan any day. He's much more politically savvy than his brother. No wonder commoners and nobles alike favor him. They seem to revere him quite strongly. Believe it or not, I was once captain of a mercenary corps serving him. He always paid me and my men handsomely. We lived decent lives. Got me into contact with a bunch of influential military people as well. What about his brother? Tendaris is the king's second son. He's only a half-blood too, but he's ambitious. If he were to become king, the country would surely descend into chaos. Only Elrodan will lead it to stability. I guess we'll see how things turn out in the end. If Elrodan ascends the throne, will you return to command? Hell no. Not after what I've done. I doubt anyone would welcome me with open arms. But so what? That doesn't mean I can't care about what's happening there. Command is my home, now and forever. That's an interesting way to look at it. Personally, I couldn't imagine never returning home to Castle Rose, to my daughters. He'll be fine, boss, I'm sure. If you like, I can pray to Lord Pyrion on your behalf. Maybe he will send someone to help us. Sure, why not? Thank you, Drago, I appreciate it. The funny thing about this guy, right? Everything Drago believes or says is wrong, based on what we've seen so far. So every pick that he has, every statement he makes is the opposite of what actually happens. So anything that he says, you just assume the opposite is right. This is Lord Gideon. What compelled you to grace me with your presence? Got a bad read on everything. Hello to you too, Henriette. Are you feeling alright? Well, of course, to be honest, I've never been better. You make it hard to overlook that. I feel like I could just go around and give everyone a big long hug. Who knows, maybe you'd like to be the first to receive one? I don't think. Come here, Lord Gideon. Perhaps we should not get ahead of ourselves here. Meaning no offense, but I think it would be better if we kept some distance, you know, in a professional sense. Of course. Sorry, I hope I didn't overstep a boundary. It's just, whenever we win a battle, I am overcome by this incredible rush. Makes me do all sorts of strange things without thinking beforehand. What? It's alright, don't stress over it. You should probably stress over it, what the hell? I gather you don't feel that way. If anything, our victories fill me with a sense of relief. Frankly, all I want is for this rebellion to be finally over. I suppose every one of us is hoping for that. I thought you enjoyed the fighting. You certainly don't hold back anything back when you're out on the battlefield. Fighting is just one side of the coin. Glamorous as it may be. The senseless bloodshed is the old, other, much uglier one. Besides, I want to see my sister again. Your sister? She's attending the Royal Academy to learn light magic. She's a cutie, if a bit eccentric. Okay, that's who your sister is. Yeah, it's Estelle. Jesus Christ. I mean, to be fair, yeah, you're not thinking about this all the time. Maybe I'll introduce you to her after the rebellion ends. Please, no. No. Sure, she'll dazzle you with her okay, now they're just beating you over the head with it. Come on now. Sure thing. Here's to hoping for the best then. Also, if you think about it, her skill is called Enchanting, and the other one's called Dazzle. Like, they have the same idea. Even though the skills are different. I also heard the same. He's an expert in many things. You know, Walter, I've been wondering about something. That look on your face tells me there's something carries some weight to it. I suppose you could say that. In that case, I'm all ears. So once the rebellion's over, what's going to be your next plan? Oh, already setting your eyes on the future. A most excellent trait for sure. Well, the answer is quite simple. First off, I'm going to spend some time with Samuel. So many memories to rekindle. I look forward to getting horribly drunk with him. It will be just like the good old days. And after the tab is settled, well, I'll be off to do my own thing again. Yeah, it's true. I mean, if you go by hair color, he's Darkholme. We'll see if his element is dark, then he is Darkholme. So soon? Have I surprised you? What now? Do you expect to tug at old Sam's sleeves for the rest of eternity? It's almost like all the Darkholmes are slowly infiltrating every house for some reason. Nah. Well, I wouldn't necessarily put it that way, but to an extent, yes. Oh, you're a candid fellow, Gideon, I have to admit. So, I have a theory right now, and I don't know if it's legitimate or not. I'm thinking that when a demon takes possession of somebody's body, the result is that they look like they're from Darkholme. I think Darkholme as a house is just all the demons who have taken over a human body, and this is what they end up looking like. But I don't know if that's true or not. But that's just my feeling. Which, like, if that's true, that begs the question, what the hell is Angelus? You know, like, what is he? We know he's not as wait a minute, though. Wait, he's not with you when you go to 17 and you meet Asmodeus, but at the same time, you know, technically he is there in the final chapter. Actually, I have a random thought. Again, I don't think it's the way they're gonna go, but it would be really neat if they did. His name is Angelus, right? As in angel? So maybe he's Lucifer, the fallen angel. Maybe that's who he is. So he's like, maybe Lucifer was a Lightbringer who was cast down or something, and became a devil. And then Angelus is him in human form, and he's going to turn on Darkholme in the third game, in order to help, because he was always aligned with the Lightbringers. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here, but like they could go that route if they wanted. Yeah, it's really hard to tell. They could all be terrible. I have to admit, seriously though, wasn't that precisely your goal, reuniting with Father? Now you want to throw that away after just a few nights of fun and games? Let's just say this journey has given me ample time to reflect. To put it bluntly, I think I'd like to opt for something quieter. Settle down someplace where I'm unperturbed by the turmoils of life. How about a snug cabin in the woods or a house high up in the mountains? Okay, I know where that place is. Or better yet, a quaint little town on the coast. That sounds perfect. I also know where that is. Set up a small shop and maybe even sell those fine artifacts of mine. Oh, just the thought fills me with rapture. Certain you could strive for more given some of your former endeavors. I could, but I don't think I will. Something simple ought to do the trick this time. This time? Who knows, maybe I'll even be lucky to have someone accompany me. Let's see if this merchant still has it in him to charm a maiden or two. Sure thing, Walter. That sounds like a good... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No way. No way. No. I mean, okay. This is also extreme. Is he Vargas, but in a different form? Or whatever his name is. Because he's talking about settling down and charming a bunch of maidens. But if he's clearly Darkholme, then maybe he's going to, like, seed all of the kids or whatever. And right now, he just looks like this, but yeah. I always forget his name, but I think it's, like, you know, like maybe he is what's-his-face from Chapter 24 who gets the Void Flare. He just looks different right now. And he says this time, right? Which implies that he's lived before. So maybe as he gets older, he's found like a way to make himself younger. Because in chapter 31, they talk about that. You know, how like he's found a way for eternal life. So maybe he's not eternally young. Maybe every time he gets old enough, he's able to make himself younger again and change his appearance. So like, I think that he is him. I think that's who he is. And this is just one of his lives that he's living. If it comes to fruition, I'll make sure to visit you sometime. You would? Of course, you've become a trusted aide and a valuable comrade. I would not want to miss out on your talks after this war's over. You honor me. Well, in that case, I better pray for our success. Do so as well. Let's hope we make it through this alive. Let's do that. Hope you're enjoying some solitude before the next battle, Callum. Why are we getting this music? Are you dying? Are you dying next chapter, bud? Are you dying? This music is when people die. I'm convinced he's dying. Like, he's gotta die. What are you doing there? Tuning my lute. Well, I'm trying to. At any rate, it's completely off key. Damn it, I tore a string. Bloody divine. No need to stress over it. You'll have plenty of opportunity to fix it later on. Oh god, death flag. Stop death flagging. He's definitely dead now. He's like 150% dead. I wouldn't be so sure about that. This material's hard to come by. Yeah. Ridiculous, isn't it? That loot was a gift and I've broken it. I'm good for nothing these days. What are you? Where's all this coming from all of a sudden? Did I ever tell you how I learned to play? I think you still owe me that story. Iris taught me. Back then, when we all still lived in Castle Ring. I wasn't particularly good at the start, but she was always persistent. We practiced day in and day out until finally I got the hang of it. Once I had, we'd often perform together. She'd sing and I'd play. My parents and brother loved it, and the servants too, no less. Hell, even Laurel would lurk around and listen at times. It's hard to believe now. Yeah, it is. The day before Iris rode off to Malthrak to be wed to Casus, she gave me this lute. It was her parting gift. An excellent piece of craftsmanship. I always kept it with me. But now I ruined even that. Damn fine brother I am. It's not your fault. Don't be so hard on yourself. How can I not? Thanks to me, she's going to fall into House Steel's hands. Just the thought of what Thorgrim may do to her makes my blood run cold. He may be stern, but he's not cruel. He won't murder an innocent woman. Innocent, she's the king's wife. Enough to draw ire of those steel months. Oh, so like what's-her-face is his sister. Interesting. All Iris ever did was show me kindness, and this is how I've chosen to repay it. Our house has fallen because of me, and now she too will fall, die because of me. Callum, listen to me. You're not responsible for this. Not responsible, you're saying? My hands are covered with the blood of my sister's child. How am I supposed to face her ever again after what I did? Your sister's child? What are you talking about? Gideon, are you? I mean, Aurel. Or Aurel. It's alright, Callum. Please do not strain yourself any further. Aurelia, right? Know that I'll have your back, like you had mine. Thank you, my friend. I think I need some time to myself now. Of course. What's happening to me? Why can't I remember? Yeah, Aurelian, yeah, Iris. You seem uneasy, Ragnar. What's wrong? Dragons. You mean the Timetans? We're close to the border indeed. I'm afraid we can't go there for a visit. They'll have to wait. You met any Fyrus in your raids before? Vikings don't raid to me. Conditions not favorable. Well, it is the complete opposite of Hornheim's weather, after all. Have to stop in Holtmeyer twice before returning. Not wise. Most crew will die. Ah, great. So that's why we're the only ones getting raided. Yes. I assume the answer to my question is a no, then? Wrong. So did you meet one? Did it happen in Anderon? No, Hornheim. That's surprising. I heard Fyrus didn't do well in cold temperatures. What were they doing in Hornheim? Searching for something. Do not know what. Quiet man, strong fighter too. Many Vikings challenged him. All lost or died. That's ominous. But to travel a land so hostile compared to his home. Say, Ragnar, do you have any plans for what to do after the war? Travel. You see, now you can always visit if you need help with anything. Just don't cause too much trouble in Andron during your journey. Yes. I think I would find my... Yeah. That's true, that's true. That is right, you're right. So... The dawn... I have a... Like, you know how we found a dawnflower on the ground? If we kept it, would that mean that whoever had it would remember everything? That would be such a weird random thing. Or whoever I used it on remembers. To think that I would find myself back in these halls after so many years. Should I rejoice or be saddened by the tragic circumstances of my return? Is everything alright, Lady Valeria? Forgive me, Lord Gideon. I've been merely talking to myself again. Ever since we arrived at this place, I've been struck by great waves of nostalgia. You mean you've been to Castle Flameguard before? I have. It was on the day Lord Gareth wed Lady Cassandra. I still remember the festive air that filled the banquet halls. On that day, I also had the pleasure of making your father's acquaintance. We chatted for a while. He astonished me with knowledge of our history. Well, he always was quite the avid reader, and he had a keen eye for the details. He certainly proved as much. Truth to be told, I was rather saddened by his decision to ally himself with Lord Thorgrim. How humorous that I would find myself on that very same side now. Okay. If you don't mind me asking, what will you do once this war's over? Will you go back to the Royal Academy and resume your teaching position? That is what I aim to do, and yet I cannot help but feel the shadows of doubt lurking. Looking back, I am left wondering whether my students would so easily welcome me back. Would they be proud of me or see me as a traitor to Lady Ophelia and her creed? Lady Ophelia, you mean King Caith's sister? She was the founder of our institution, a charming yet rather pensive woman. You mean the one we murdered? I only met her once before the plague took her, but still, I and many others admire her. She did a lot for Andron's poor. In times of need, she helped feed and educate them. I never knew she did that. It sounds admirable, to say the least. What about the other Lightbringers? Do you revere them just as much? I do, to an extent, yet I am also not blind to their faults. They have become decadent. I'd be a fool to claim otherwise. No one is without their faults. Indeed, as such, I can only hope my students can understand my decision. Perhaps it was destiny that I now find myself on your side, Lord Gideon. Perhaps I can use this chance so as to make a true change in this world. That would be my greatest wish. And mine as well. Yes. I'm glad to see we're on the same page. Well then, my lord, here's to hoping. Sir Gideon, can I ask you something? Sure, what's on your mind, Yvonne? Why is this world so full of injustice? You're certainly not shying away from the difficult questions, huh? Where's this coming from all of a sudden? Well, to tell you the truth, I can't give you an answer. I wish I could. But whatever I tell you would amount to nothing more than lies, I'm afraid. Alright, I see. If there's something you want to share with me, don't be afraid to do so. When I was hiding on that farm, there was this girl. She often came near our house during the night. I sometimes see her through the windows of my room as she knocked on our door. The farmer always yelled at her to go away. He had so many terrible things. He said so many terrible things to her. During my day, the day she would vanish. I always asked myself where she could have gone. Then one day I found her. She was hiding in a nearby forest. I gave her some leftover food, and she thanked me. But still, even then, she looked frightened. I felt so sorry. The girl must have been through a lot. However, even so... I get you. What if I could have helped her more? Why is it all so unfair? Why do I get to sleep in a warm bed while she has to freeze out there in the cold? Why don't I have to worry about my own food while she's out there starving? Please listen to me. Thoughts like those are not going to help anyone. They're not going to make life any better, not for you, nor for that girl. I know how you feel. I keep asking myself these kinds of questions too. At times they feel almost suffocating. If it had been up to me, the whole conflict never would have started in the first place. That's what Daddy says too, but in the end, you all continue fighting. Why? You can't always choose what you want. It's sad but true. Sometimes you have to walk those paths no one else wants to tread. That just leads to more death, doesn't it? Right. You're just using excuses now. I don't want to hear them. Because of this stupid rebellion, I've lost my uncle, my cousin, and even my aunt. I saw her at Castle Ring. She also looked scared, but she fought us regardless. It's always the same. You grown-ups think you have it all figured out. And in the end, you're frightened and clueless, just like children. You may not be entirely wrong. I'm sorry for all the things you had to go through, Yvonne. Truly, I wish I could have helped prevent them. I truly do. Could you leave me alone now, Sir Gideon, please? Of course, take care of that. Still smiling! Penny, what are you still doing here? Isn't it obvious I'm sticking with your group, my lord? I thought your contract had ended. Well, it kinda has, technically. My business here is concluded. Thorgrim paid me a juicy sum. Who am I to let an opportunity like this slip past me? So it's all about money in the end? Not quite. There's more to it than just that. In that case, what's your other reason? Let me tell you something. Things are not going to get any easier for me. I'm fine with that. Never been one to shy away from a challenge at any rate. Besides, accompanying you may lead me to unearth even more hidden treasures. I see. I've also got somewhat of a debt to settle. What kind of debt? There's a man in Mouthrack I used to know quite well. We grew up together in an orphanage in Holtmire. For a time, we were inseparable, caused all kinds of commotion around the city. Oh wait, is it Rod? Or Rod? Is it Rod, sorry? Is she the one who died? That was with Rod. And, yeah, because, like, I don't remember her name, but yeah, it is. Oh. I didn't even make that connection at first. Damn. When we got older, he left for the capital. He thought he could strike it rich there. I swore I'd follow him, but sadly I haven't been able to uphold that promise yet. So you think we're your best option to reach Malthrak? Maybe not the quickest, but certainly the safest. Of course, I don't fall for any illusions. Once Thorgrim tears down its gates, the city will be a mess. Who knows whether I'll be able to find him then? But I'd rather take the leap of faith now than never jump at all. That's commendable. I'll pray to the divines for your success, Penny. Thank you, Lord Gideon. Thank you very much. Don't worry, Rod. Yeah, I'll be coming for you soon. Yep, confirmed. You writing a letter there, Nathaniel? Not quite. I'm working on a poem. Really now, I wouldn't have taken you for a poet. Well, I'm not particularly good one at any rate. However, creating poetry has always helped me deal with my situation. Perhaps you'd like me to read it once you're done? I'm not well versed on the topic. Maybe I can offer criticism. That is much appreciated, but I don't think that would be wise. Why is that? You know, there was this girl I liked. Her name was Clara. She knew all sorts of stories. Once she told me the tale of a student who falls in love with a strange maiden. They spend some time together, they're happy, but things are not as they seem. The maiden, it turns out, is nothing but a puppet created to ensnare the student. As a result, the student believes himself to be cursed. He does the unthinkable. As people stand watching in terror, he hurls himself off the top of the tower. That's how the story ends. That's a strange tale indeed. It is, but I grew fond of it as time went on. I always thought it was special. Clara later urged me to try my hand at writing poetry, so I did. I admit it was all awfully gloomy at the start, but she praised me nonetheless. I kept doing it for a while, always sharing with her what I'd written. Fortunately, she died not long after. Sorry to hear that. That must have been a terrible loss. It was, but I learned to live with it. It's just the hand I've been dealt with in life, I suppose. God, ever since we escaped the shrine, I've been seized with these bizarre thoughts. As if something was stirring inside me. Oh, no. Maybe it's just conjecture, but I feel like I'm finally close to receiving an answer. Finally knowing who I really am. Only time will tell. Let's keep hoping for the best, Nathaniel. Farewell for now. Should I have told him how Clara died? That she fell to the curse and flung herself off the tower to find relief? No, that would do me no favors. Oof. God damn it. How are you doing, Astrid? Considering the circumstances, I'm faring well enough. You appear to be contemplating something. Perhaps you'd like to share your thoughts? That shrine, do you think it's possible for people like us to draw upon its powers? I haven't considered that possibility yet, but it seems doubtful at best. As I had suspected. A true shame. All that potential. All that knowledge lost to ignorance and brutality. That's good to know. How do you get these special endings? Well, perhaps it's best this way. That kind of magic should be left in the hands of those able to control it. You'd rather entrust it to the people who seek our doom? Well, knowledge breeds power, and power is what is most valuable in this world. To attain it, all means must be justified. The tale of life teaches us this lesson. Okay. If everyone were to think like that, our country would surely descend into chaos. I don't doubt you're aware of it. Do I have to deploy him? Because, like, I want to make sure he's strong enough to be able to get it. Speak with great prudence, as would most people inhabiting these lands. To To be cautious is a virtue, but to allow fear to dictate your decisions, that can only ever lead to one result. Tell me, would you rather seize the threshold of knowledge? We're gonna go 9B in my lunatic run that I do. Which I'll do later. Which side is yours, Gideon Rose? What is it that you truly desire? The only thing I want is to restore this country's stability, to end this war. That requires more than what you think. Power will only get you so far. Require too much of it, you'll become blind to what really matters. Time will tell if you're worth it. But excuse me now, there are certain phenomena you can study. He's here, I can sense it. Just who are you talking about, Garen? Sorry if you don't want to share anything with me. Alvaro, you say? Maybe? Don't feel obliged to do so. A great atrocity will be committed soon. A sin against life itself. What are you? Tell me, why do you continue to fight? Why seek such brutality when there's no retribution to be gained in the end? Things are not that simple. There is more at stake here than plain-spoken revenge. I hope that Alvaro doesn't kill Helios and then I lose Helios, but it could happen. So you say, opting to pursue violence, letting the pile of corpses grow. Do you plan to pave your future with the blood and bones of your enemies? I'm not a savage, Garen. That's not what I'm looking to do. Every life is lost as a tragedy, but in war, these losses can't be avoided. Is there anything else you would like to say? I hope slaying the Dustalkers will quench my hatred or bring me relief. Instead, all it left behind is a gaping void where my rage once burned. Revenge can never satisfy you, my father told me so. Perhaps it's time to reconsider, to choose a different path? No, the pile of corpses will only grow. Soon it will be a mountain, overshadowing us all. This is my fate as well, once he comes and collects the things. I mean, if I was gonna say any theory, I could see him being Jaka's actual father. Because he made a deal with Asmodeus, and Asmodeus reached out to Jaka as well. And I feel like there's a connection there. He's Jaka's uncle. Really? Does that mean that... okay. I mean, I feel like there is a Jaka connection here, for sure. You saw it in a dream? Yeah, I know, but, like, I'd like to think there's some sort of connection here. Garen, please, would you finally tell me what you're talking about? No, you already know too much. Please don't speak to me again. It's only going to cause further pain and destruction for you. Live your life peacefully, lest you become a cobblestone in another one's bloody path. Okay, so I've talked to everybody, but, like, do I really need to get Ash? Like, does Ash affect anything? Because I don't really want to redo all this stuff again and figure out who the hell I did some wars for or whatever. Oh, fuck. Well, then I gotta do it. Alright, we're doing it. So you need to have a support conversation, right? Is it an EXP or a support? Alright. Yes, I'll let her join me. If you're okay with this, I'd like to accept her offer. It's not my place to deny the High Priestess. Excellent, you won't regret this. Pyrion smiles upon you, human. Okay, now I have one more to use. I feel like Randall is the one that makes the most sense. Level 19 or 20. She's level 19. It's fine. That's interesting, actually. It's all... Oh, wait, no, there's still Garens. I do agree with that. Yeah, we don't have any more. I can't believe this entire stream has been taken up by these conversations. Like, holy crap. Have you decided your path? We're gonna fight Armand, right? That's what we want to do? Sure you wish to fight Armand? Excited to go up against Lord Armand. Very well. I will tell Thorgrim to start making preparations. Before you go, Helios, I must speak with you. Make no mistake, Nephew, you'll be punished for what you did to Eldara. However, that will happen after we're done fighting this damned rebellion. Until then, I want you to have this. Hellblazer! They gave me Hellblazer! Dude, I have Hellblazer! What? This is your idea of punishment? With Hellblazer, he could kill you right now, you know. Well, remember, he has arms thrift, right? And he has a 60% chance now. No, he's got like a 50-whatever% chance of not using a use of it. If I make his luck even higher, then it can go up to 60%. So I can just sit him somewhere and have him murder everybody. Good punishment? I know what I'm doing. He attacks our son and you give him the regalia of our house? Are you going senile, old fool? He doesn't deserve this honor. And Cassandra's right, I don't deserve this. It's not about what you deserve, Helios. It's about doing your duty for our house. I hear you've been fighting fiercely. That is the only reason you're allowed to continue. Lady Hell, the Flame Walker, used this blade to kill her enemies, and that was its sole purpose. The Hellblazer is not supposed to rust away on some dusty throne held by a walking corpse. I will die very soon, and feel it in my bones, and this blade is no longer for me to use. Go forth, Helios, bring down the fires of hell on our enemies, burn them all to cinders. I will, you have my word. Eleonora, before you go, I wish to commend you for your efforts. Here, have the regalia. Come here at once. Yes, Uncle. Just now I spoke to the soldiers about your performance in battle. They all said you fought fiercely and that you killed many of the traitors. Now, let me give you the regalia so I can kill you. This puts my heart at ease, niece. You did what was expected of you. Do you, like, need to get her to a certain level to get this, or is it just, like, default? The that you deserve to wield this. The Archgale! Holy shit! Give me Archgale. I'll also send Ada to join your army. Use her skills well in battles to come. Really? Ah, so because I used them, I get to keep them. I look forward to fighting together side by side as sisters again. Thank you, my mother. I once smote Armand with this tome. Make sure the Spear Guards remember its sting. Go forth, show these fools the wrath of House Windlace. Hell yeah, these two units just became unbeatable. With their A support and their... Remember the skill they got that boosts their proc rates when their HP is at a certain level, plus 10% for Archgale? So she's got to have like an 80% chance or something. Okay. At Castle Flameguard later that night. What are we... Is this... Oh, are we doing it? Is this where all the shit happens? You wanted to speak to me, Father? Yes, there are important matters I need to discuss with you. First off, I want to commend you for your efforts at the shrine. Thanks to your help, we can now deal a crushing blow to Cathus. There's nothing, Father. Those Dust Talker curs didn't stand a chance against me. Perhaps so. However, there's another thing. A few hours ago, Robert approached me. He wanted to talk to me about your performance at the Karanos River. What did he tell you? Nothing I had not realized myself. You are not yet fit for leadership. From now on, you will no longer be commanding troops on your own. You can't be serious. You promised me I'd lead my own battalion. You said I would play a crucial role in this. Ah, okay. Yes, and I regret having stirred up any false hope. What did Robert tell you exactly? What story did he serve you up? I swear, I had it all under control until he... Enough, this is not about your uncle. So in the end, you would trust his word over mine, your son's? I trust the word of a man whose side I have fought and bled for years. The matter is quite simple. You failed to prove yourself. Now you must learn to live with the consequences. Failed to prove myself. I conquered Ash's Crossing. I crushed House Ring. You were only able to do that through the combined efforts of other men. Had it not been for their wisdom, you would have crumbled to dust by now. A time will come, one day, you will lead men into battle again, but not right now. What do you want me to do right now, then? Galahad and I will lead our own charge. You will accompany Gideon and Robert. You will do as they command. You won't question them. Is that understood? You want to degrade me to the ranks of a common soldier? You think I'm some sort of dog to be put on a leash? You're my son, my firstborn, but you are not yet worthy of Steel's inheritance. Not worthy, you say? I'm 10 times the man Baldimon is, that philandering fool. Do you think he will carry on your legacy? Please, we both know he'll never change. Your brother is still missing. We do not even know if he's still alive. And yet you dare slander him? Tell me, who will lead this nation when it's your time to rot beneath the dirt? Not Baldimon, not Mortimer. I and no one else, your rightful heir. And as my rightful heir, you will know when it's wisest to follow the lead of others. Please, Father, I beg you, grant me one more chance and I will prove myself. I'll personally deliver you Caphas' head on a spike if that's what you... Quiet, I've heard enough. You'll do as I say and accept those orders. Or else? It appears the divines have condemned me to watch our house's proud legacy fall into the hands of an incorrigible brute. I'm surprised. Make no mistake, as long as I'm still in charge, you will know your place, boy. Now consider yourself dismissed. Go. And you wonder why he became an asshole later. Oh, look at that. Look at the young fella. Mother. Randall. Mother, look what Uncle Galahad gave me. A book about Anderon's greatest knights. There's Sir Yvain, Sir Tannhauser, Sir Tristan, and Lord Pellinor. It even talks about Lord Bolivar. Mother, is something wrong? You look pale. Are you alright? What is... Is this why the illusions don't work on him? because he was able, because as a kid he learned how to see through them. Because in the fight in Anderon Saga, clones don't work on him. Mother, it's me, Randall. Can't you hear me? Yep. What happened? Mother. Father. Mother. Why do you always abandon me? Fuck, I feel bad for Randall. This game made me feel bad for Randall. Meanwhile, in the Aurora Ridge. God, everything happens here, I swear. And you're certain this is the place? Our scouts tracked her to this location. I don't know why, but this is where she must have strayed off to. We've also received no contact from the Dust Talkers either. Why would she do such a thing? What's gotten into you, Maria? Your Majesty? Come on, Lucian, let's investigate this place. We must hope for the best. Yeah, I love this game's lore. The shrine, it's destroyed? Divine. Just what has transpired here. Are Thorgrim's men behind this? This was the Dust Talkers' base of operations, but where are they? There's not even a trace of them, and I've lost contact with Cicero. Perhaps the Steel Lord's men found and killed them? No, that doesn't make sense. At least some of them would have run away to report to the battle. And traces of Maria's magic lead to this place? I don't understand. Oh, he's about to show up. There he is. Uncle Alistair, quick, Your Majesty, get behind me, I'll protect you. So you're the one responsible for this. First you attempt to murder me, and now you kill our men, desecrate our shrines. Whatever transpired here, I am not the one responsible for this ruination. Like I would believe a word you say. I believe the proof is evident. Can you feel it, brother? I sense a Lightbringer aura below. What is the meaning of this? Is someone beneath this rubble? Perhaps not someone, but something. What are you? Dawncaller. The energy it emanates is unmistakable. Dawncaller is buried beneath this shrine. But how? Lady Maria was the one that took Dawncaller, wasn't she? I mean, did they not even... well, I guess they wouldn't know, because the transfer to Aurelian was done in secret. Nothing but conjecture. Yet the traces of her magic lead us here. What did you do to her, you monster? Did you kill her? Answer me. I did no such thing. I came here when I saw a retinue of House Steel soldiers march towards this area. Sir Gideon of House Rose and Lord Robert led their army to this shrine. Perhaps Lady Maria and her rashness had drawn the rebel king's ire. You're saying they're the ones responsible? Samuel's son? He's the one who murdered her? No! I'll have his head for this. Shit. Careful, brother. This is not the path you want to follow. Lucian, allow me to have a moment alone with him. Your Majesty, I object. He might attempt to kill you. This is an order, Lucian. If that were his goal, he would have attacked me by now. By your leave. Brother. My brother is dead. He died the night you tried to kill me, decrepit wraith. All that's left of him is a hollow shell of what was once a great man. Listen to me. You do not want to fall victim to the same mistakes as I. If you let yourself be consumed by vengeance, it will be your downfall. You dare lecture me on vengeance after the atrocity you committed? I know where that path leads. You would not wish to tread on it. I will not sit idly by while Maria's killer roams free. Whether she was struck dead by Gideon or someone else, none of us can say. Let me come with you so we can find the truth together. I wish to atone for my sins. I have nothing more to say to you. Go back to whatever abyss you crawled out of. As you wish, Cathus, you will never see me again. Tell Caliph and Celeste. Tell them that I am dead. My head. Is he gonna have a vision? He's gonna have a vision! Oh, it's this guy again. Hate this. What guardian? What brings you here? I'm here to bestow on you your son's will. He has fulfilled the requirements. The ritual is complete. What are you talking about? Your son. He called upon the ritual of the fading light. My son? What are you? The fading light. While you are granted his power, you and only you shall remember him. What is this ritual you speak of? So many questions. All will be made clear. It shall be the light of truth that will clear the fog obscuring your mind. I won't allow it. My family won't die. We will survive. Lucem Massipini. Profer Lucem. Yep, he's not dead. His soul just kabooms. Aurelian, so you finally remember the truth. Aurelian, he has been erased from the Great Veil. But in his sacrifice, he has granted you Joseph's ultimate power. You should feel it coursing through you, a power beyond reason. One not meant for a mere mortal. It is far too unstable, and yet I wield it. This is my son's resolve. He did this for me. I will not allow Thorgrim to take over my beloved kingdom. I will not allow anyone to bring harm to my beloved family. The Lightbringer dynasty will protect Andron at all costs. Farewell, Cathus. Aurelian, you will not be forgotten. I will carry on your wish. They will pay. Thorgrim, Robert, Galahad, Gideon. I will make them suffer. The Guardian... I don't know who the Guardian is. I think the Guardian is like one of the... It might be one of Joseph's kids. Maybe. I don't know. They will feel my wrath. Doesn't he look familiar? Oh my god! Oh my freaking god! Is he... Oh, there's no way. I can't believe it's him. Mr. Ferdinand? Is it Ferdinand? He looks like Ferdinand, dude. There's no way. Like, it would fit. He looks like Ferdinand, dude. Oh. I didn't notice that until you just told me that, yeah. It's either Ferdinand or his ancestor. That's crazy. Maybe he used all his power for the ritual and became Ferdinand. I don't know. 9A, Ride of the Roses. Anyway, that's it for me today, guys. Oh, it is Ferdinand! That's hilarious. That's hilarious, dude. This is interesting music. I know. We both should have seen it. We didn't notice it. God damn it. Anyway, that's it for me today, guys. We'll be back tomorrow to actually do some Fire Emblem fighting. Yeah, this is a unique song for the game. Take it easy, guys. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. See you later. Yeah, Insane Storytelling. I know, right? We learned so much shit. It's insane.